Assuming we clear out the lines, the most entrancing star I perceive is the one that could stun our sky. It is called Betelgeuse or Betelgeuse, a red, exceptionally colossal star. On the off chance that you placed it where the Sun is, it would expand to the orbit of Jupiter. It's colossal, totally flighty, and going to detonate. It's not as straightforward as it seems. In the universe, giant events like supernovae can shake all that we know. Experts are taking careful measures to study it. Betelgeuse has been considered a significant star, one that could transform into a supernova. This has understandably caused fear about what might happen next. The James Webb Space Telescope has been capturing stunning images of the star, raising questions about when Betelgeuse will transform into a supernova and what titanic effects it might have on Earth. Let's explore the star in the constellation Orion that shines so brightly even ancient civilizations noticed it. Betelgeuse is situated on the eastern shoulder of the Orion constellation. It is the second largest star in that grouping, and its name is derived from its location, meaning the giant's shoulder. It is one of the brightest stars in the night sky. On top of being incredibly bright, it is an odd shade of red, which suggests trouble. We've known about Betelgeuse for a long time. A Greek observer named Ptolemy noted its orange-red hue. In modern times, scientists have focused more intently on the star and have observed what makes it so fascinatingly bright. One characteristic is that Betelgeuse's brightness changes significantly. Recently, in 2019, experts noticed that Betelgeuse was acting oddly. While it didn't stop shining completely, it became significantly dimmer, dropping to a brightness of 1.6 magnitude. Scientists began investigating why this was happening and found some peculiar signals. According to their research, Betelgeuse could go supernova at any moment. Renowned scientist Brian Cox, a professor of particle physics, has stated that Betelgeuse appears to be a ticking time bomb. His perspective is supported by findings from the James Webb Space Telescope, which has revealed compelling evidence. What unusual signs has Betelgeuse shown to cause such concern among astronomers? Based on new data, Betelgeuse has been classified as a supernova candidate. This classification stems partly from the fact that the star is about twice the mass of our Sun. A star must be several times the Sun's mass to qualify as a supernova candidate. Scientists have used various instruments, such as the James Webb Space Telescope and the Laser Interferometer Gravitational Wave Observatory, to study Betelgeuse. What they've found remains a mystery. For example, they've detected curious light waves and changes in brightness that occur much faster than before. In February 2021, scientists recorded Betelgeuse at a brightness level of 1.61 magnitude, following its significant dimming event in 2019. This event, now known as the Great Dimming, was a dramatic precursor to Betelgeuse's unusual behavior. Astrophysicist Andrea Dupree from the Harvard-Smithsonian Center for Astrophysics has noted that the star is now 150% brighter than normal, making it the seventh brightest star in the sky. The red glow of Betelgeuse is a hallmark of a red supergiant, the final stage of a star's life. The James Webb Space Telescope has been instrumental in capturing data on Betelgeuse. Its observations have revealed that the Great Dimming was caused by a massive ejection of material, an event 400 times larger than a typical coronal mass ejection. Betelgeuse remains a mystery, but scientists are using the most advanced tools to monitor this captivating star. Its eventual transformation into a supernova will be an incredible astronomical event, though its exact timing and impact on Earth remain uncertain. The red glow of Betelgeuse indicates that it is nearing the end of its life as a star. A dying star often becomes unstable, and Betelgeuse's recent erratic behavior has intensified the scrutiny from scientists. Many telescopes are currently focused on its unusual dimming and behavior, as the possibility of a supernova increases. Despite our observations, the complete understanding of Betelgeuse remains elusive. Researchers are now using cutting-edge instruments, such as the James Webb Space Telescope, to monitor the star's unusual behavior. Since its launch in 2021, the James Webb Space Telescope has provided invaluable data about Betelgeuse, helping scientists gather crucial information. The most recent images taken by the telescope revealed that the star's extraordinary dimming was followed by a massive release of mass. This event was far larger than anything previously recorded, reaching more than 4 times the size of a typical coronal mass ejection from our Sun. Astronomers are still trying to decipher why Betelgeuse behaved in such a peculiar manner. It's known that the star is nearing the end of its life cycle. As it sheds its outer layers, Betelgeuse is becoming unstable, and it could eventually collapse into a supernova. This transformation will release a massive amount of energy and light, outshining entire galaxies for a brief period. The question remains: when will Betelgeuse explode? While scientists can't predict the exact timing, many believe that the star could go supernova within the next 100,000 years, a short span in cosmic terms. When it happens, it will be an extraordinary event that could be visible to the naked eye, even during the day. Though we can't yet predict the exact impact of a supernova on Earth, it is likely that the explosion will have significant consequences. A nearby supernova could send a shower of radiation our way, potentially affecting the Earth's atmosphere and even life itself. However, since Betelgeuse is about 640 light-years away, the chances of it having a harmful effect on Earth are minimal. Still, the study of Betelgeuse and other stars like it helps scientists understand the life cycles of stars and the forces at play in our universe. With more advanced telescopes and better techniques, researchers will continue to monitor this fascinating star, hoping to unlock the secrets of its future and how it will end. Betelgeuse may still be shining brightly, but its fate is sealed. The moment when it finally explodes into a supernova will mark the end of an era for this once prominent star. Until then, astronomers will keep watching, waiting for the next dramatic clue to reveal itself. At things our eyes can't see, like light waves and frequencies, in this manner, researchers are amped up for what the telescope will find. Researchers have seen dust mists framing on the star's surface that seem to look like leaves in space. That doesn't appear to check out yet, disregarding the way that Betelgeuse will pass on. Experts are still focusing on it since they don't have the foggiest idea when it will go supernova. Researchers believe that Betelgeuse is much more gigantic than the Sun and that the brilliant red star will shine for the next 10 years. However, if we inspect the many unique things occurring with the star, it's difficult to say if this statement will still be valid after the complex dimming. So, experts don't anticipate that Betelgeuse should detonate anytime soon. If Betelgeuse explodes, it will be the first supernova we saw with our own eyes since Johannes Kepler did in 1604. Specialists also don't think this should happen soon because they are still zeroing in on the star's unusual conduct. Notwithstanding the fact that Betelgeuse will die, experts are still focusing on it. When exactly it will happen remains confidential. If we look at the universe without bias, possibly one of the most dazzling stars and perhaps the most amazing in our sky is Betelgeuse, sometimes often referred to as Betelgeuse. This red supergiant star, if put where the Sun is, would extend to Jupiter's orbit. This marvelously colossal star is on the edge of an impact. The universe doesn't work in such direct terms. Surprising vainglorious events, like vast blast events, can potentially completely upset our perspective. An event that may probably happen anyway. While the opportunity of Betelgeuse going supernova looms, specialists are still trying to figure out the exact course of events for its end. As examiners continue gathering data from the most advanced space telescopes, such as the James Webb Space Telescope and the Hubble Space Telescope, they remain cautious about predicting an impending impact. Despite the star's amazing behavior, including the confounding darkening and lighting up cycles, there's no certainty about when Betelgeuse will finally reach the finish of its life. Some hypothesize that it may still require countless years before the star detonates, but others believe it could happen much sooner, maybe within the next couple of years or even months. The excellent information gathered by these powerful telescopes, along with the star's eccentric behavior, has kept specialists restless. They are carefully monitoring what's going on, using every tool available to them to identify any subtle changes that could indicate a supernova is on the way. When Betelgeuse finally does explode, it will send shockwaves through the universe, releasing a huge amount of energy. The blast will momentarily surpass the whole galaxy, visible even from Earth, as bright as the full moon. While this event will be a remarkable astronomical display, It won't pose an immediate danger to Earth, as the star is found in excess of 600 light-years away. However, the supernova will provide a critical opportunity for scientists to study the last phases of a massive star's life and the phenomena associated with such a violent event. Betelgeuse's looming end isn't just a scientific interest. It's a reminder of the immensity and bizarreness of the universe. Stars like Betelgeuse play an essential role in the life cycle of galaxies, enriching the universe with the elements necessary for new stars, planets, and potentially life itself. The death of such a star isn't an end, but rather a transformation, as it releases heavy elements that will ultimately seed new stellar systems. Meanwhile, researchers continue to observe Betelgeuse and its behavior, unraveling the mystery of its future. With each new discovery, the mystery grows, and our understanding of the universe expands. Perhaps soon, we will witness one of the most extraordinary events known to humankind: Betelgeuse's transformation from a colossal red supergiant into a stunning supernova. Until then, the sky will remain a canvas of wonder, with Betelgeuse shining brightly, an image of the transient nature of life, as we continue to observe Betelgeuse. The mystery surrounding its fate stretches across space. Researchers are particularly focused on the fact that this star is nearing the end of its life cycle and its erratic behavior. The fact that something is causing it to act so strangely is sparking great interest. It's important to remember that supernovae are not the last stage for all stars. For example, smaller stars like our Sun will end their lives in a much more peaceful manner, shedding their outer layers and leaving behind a white dwarf. However, Betelgeuse is a massive red supergiant, which means that when it dies, it will go out with a spectacular bang, completely different from the gradual dimming of smaller stars. The sheer size of Betelgeuse makes it a fascinating subject for study. With a radius on different occasions larger than the Sun, if it were placed at the center of our solar system, it would extend beyond the orbit of Mars. This gives you a sense of just how massive it is compared to the Sun, which is already a giant by the standards of most stars. The size of Betelgeuse means that it has burned through enormous amounts of fuel throughout its life. As it nears the end of its life, its core is rapidly collapsing under the force of gravity. This collapse eventually triggers the violent explosion of a supernova. The process leading up to the explosion of Betelgeuse is complex. As it approaches supernova status, the core of the star begins to contract and heat up, while its outer layers expand and cool. This creates an unstable environment with occasional variations in brightness. These changes in brightness, like the dimming event observed in 2019, are signs that the star is entering a period of rapid change. This dimming may be related to a substantial outflow of material from the star's surface, which temporarily obscures its light. Despite these fluctuations, Betelgeuse continues to emit light, though whimsically, making it an intriguing object for study. The possibility that Betelgeuse might be a candidate for a nearby supernova has drawn the attention of space agencies and scientists worldwide. With current instruments like the James Webb Space Telescope and the Hubble Space Telescope, researchers are gathering a wealth of data on the star. These telescopes allow us to observe Betelgeuse in frequencies that were previously unattainable, such as infrared and ultraviolet light, providing insights into the star's inner processes. Furthermore, scientists are using advanced models to simulate the behavior of massive stars like Betelgeuse. These models help researchers predict the star's future behavior and estimate the timeline for when it will explode. While the exact timing of Betelgeuse's supernova remains uncertain, the current data suggests that it could happen relatively soon. Some predictions suggest that the blast could happen within the next few years, while others speculate that it could take a few thousand years. Regardless of the timeline, Betelgeuse's impending end will undoubtedly be a milestone event in the study of stellar evolution. Although the explosion of Betelgeuse won't pose an immediate threat to Earth, it will still offer scientists a valuable opportunity to study the final moments of a massive star's life. By observing this event, astronomers will gain a deeper understanding of how massive stars die and what happens when they go supernova. The remnants of the explosion will provide new elements and materials that will enrich the interstellar medium, contributing to the formation of new stars and planetary systems. In the end, Betelgeuse isn't a star that's disappearing. It's an astronomical clock ticking down to a magnificent event. As scientists continue to observe this giant of the night sky, we are reminded of the wonders of the universe and the fragile balance that governs the lives of stars, whether today, tomorrow, or millennia from now. When Betelgeuse finally reaches the end of its life, it will leave a legacy that will shape the universe for billions of years to come.